out there? How are y'all doing today? Happy Saturday. You guys, we are in the last Saturday of July. So like this month has just came and slapped us and now it's on the way out the door. So, my people, I have missed y'all. It has been 7 whole days since I seen y'all. Oh my God. How y'all doing? I really hope that everyone has had a phenomenal time, a great week. And guess what? Let's just say you didn't. You encountered some highs and some lows. No worries, no problem. Still thank God that you are here. You are in the land of the living. You are here. Yeah. So it's a new beginning and a new start. So don't stay in that same place. So as y'all know, I like to kick it off with my fun facts. Oh my God, like doing this research on fun facts, I can't wait to go back to school because I feel like I'm going to be able to tell the teacher everything. So the fun facts I got for you today is one, there are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on Earth. So check me out. Just imagine going to the beach and you stepping in all this sand and then you look up in the sky. You mean to tell me there are more stars than it is all that sand? Now, here is what research has told us is that there are likely more stars in the observable universe than grains of sand on Earth. While it's impossible to count both with perfect accuracy, astronomical estimates consistently place the number of stars far higher than the number of the sand of grains. Like, oh my God, if that is not unique, I don't know what is. Like, yeah. I'm taken back by that. Like, so now I can't wait to go back to the beach because I'm gonna be like, guess what, Sam? It's more stars than you.
I love it. I love it. Yes.
My second fun fact today is, did you know that France had 12 time zones and they have the most than any other country? And this is what studies show. France holds the record for the most time zones of any country with a total of 12. This is primarily due to its numerous overseas territories located in different parts of the world.
Oh, okay.
So guess what? Okay. You got some people that want to move to the south. You got some people that want to move north. Guess what? I want to move to France because I want to be in all 12 time zones. Like
at the same time.
That's why I want to
go. That's a lot. Okay.
We are still in the month of July. We are still celebrating July birthdays. So happy birthday, all July birthdays. A special shout out to Joy Kingley. Happy birthday, sweetie. I love you. I hope God continues to bless and keep you and give you all the desires of your heart. And here's my last announcement for today, people. It's important. As of today, we have exactly 5 days to get that second quarter 941 payroll report in that's due January 31st. If you're making estimated payments, those estimated tax payments are also due, even if they are behind. Again, people, please make those payments. Please, you don't want to get caught in a deficit. So, this month, you guys know I have covered Forms W-4, Forms W-9, ILW-4, and 1040. So the reason why I have been so excited and so quiet about today's show is because y'all have heard me talk about these two individuals. I always say their name. They do chime in when they get a chance, but they had the opportunity to put me on their calendar. And guess what? They are in the building and it is going to be exciting today. Oh my God. So I usually introduce people and give all their highlights, but I don't even want to do that because I just feel privileged that I'm here with y'all. And I want y'all to give y'all own introduction because, oh my God, it's Okay. Okay. I told y'all I was excited. So, without further ado, Miss K, tell our people who you are, honey.
Hello, hello, Great Brick World. Hello, everyone. My name is Kamaria Pendleton, and thank you, Shavana, for having me on the show today. I really appreciate you and love you. I am the CEO of Pendleton Quick Tax Services LLC. I've been in the industry now for this year, 26 will be 11 years. Um, I I also do bookkeeping, payroll, besides tax preparation too, individual and business returns. It's just an honor to be here with you today, Shavana and Miss Angel. And yes, I'm ready to get this show started.
First of all, it is an honor to have you here. Like, just oh my god, just the phone calls that I give both of you all, not just during tax season but after tax season, when people think there's nothing that we have to do. Like, you
Yes.
guys, when I tell you I bug these two young ladies along with my personal accountant, like sometimes I be wondering if I'm gonna be on the block list. But it's an honor to have you guys here, like, honestly. Okay, Miss Angel, tell our audience who you are. Tell them.
I'm Angel Parker. Angel's Tax Services LLC is my company. I have been in business over 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
I
Right.
do accounting. I have accounting clients. I have bookkeeping clients also. So I don't just do taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And that is thanks to Shavana. Because
Of course.
I was not trying to do extra. I was not trying to
Mm.
dibble and dab, although I had the knowledge. But
Right.
she was quite encouraging, because a lot of things that I encouraged her with, I know she had to finally say, you know what, that makes sense. So I had to do the same thing. It was like, okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I
we
took on some of that responsibility, and I'm glad I did.
because
I,
we need
I,
more than that one
yeah,
strain of income,
you
right?
you do,
Right.
you really do,
And so
Yeah.
just to give
and I'm
you
almost there where this is going to be my main income.
Mm.
right. So
Few more
and with
years,
that being said, you don't just have to worry about doing taxes,
right?
because you got
Yeah,
other avenues, like you said,
yeah,
payroll, bookkeeping. It's
Yes.
so much under this accounting umbrella.
it is,
It's
it
hard
is,
to just be
it
in
is.
one particular category,
Yes.
especially when you want to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
again, we're live, and I do acknowledge all our guests that's on. The beautiful Bam has joined us. Hello, beautiful Bam. Thank you for tuning in. Have your questions, whatever you got, just come through with it, because we're ready.
We're
So
ready.
now, so ladies, let me tell y'all why I really wanted us to do this show, right? So I've had clients to come to me and say, well, hey, sugar, I've had clients come to me and say, so what do you and your accountants talk about? What do y'all talk about us as clients, or do y'all just vent to y'all spouses? Or I know I got to be the best clients you got, even though I get on your nerves. So, what are some topics and some things that you all go through in dealing with the people that makes you still want to do it? And, it took some time for me to think about that question every time I got it. It took some time, because I felt like you're a client. So I'm expecting all of these questions. I'm expecting all of these concerns. But throughout the journey, I noticed that the concern has gotten less and less and less. And so as I come to you ladies and we talk amongst each other, there are things that we talk about in the actual industry and with our clients and about our clients. And I just thought we should bring it to the forefront so they can see the perspective from our lenses, right?
Okay. Yes.
So, the first thing I would like to touch on, and I know because we are considered to be like a cash based business or what have you,
Mm-hmm.
we're also African American women, and we're in the minority bunch, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we get a lot of pushback when it comes to prices and discounts. And what I hear often is, well, you're not a CPA. why do you charge that much? Or your office is based out of your home. We're not here to pay your bills. Or are you sure that this is the right price? Because I checked somewhere else and I don't think your price is the right price. So Miss Angel, go and get it out, girl, because you was finna break that chair. Go and get it out. Go and get it out. You was finna break
Okay,
the chair.
I'm sorry, ladies. I missed it because I was buffering. So
Do it
if
again,
I
Shavonda.
buffer,
So
if
my question is that
mhm.
in this industry, we have gotten a lot of questions and a lot of kickback when it comes to our pricing.
Yes,
Why don't
yes.
they get a discount? Why
Okay,
are we charging this much and we're not
okay,
CPAs?
okay,
Why they can't have it free? You know, we get all this lash, and I
okay.
don't know if you saw Miss Angel, but she was
No,
about to break. She was
okay,
about to break the chair trying to answer
okay.
the question. So I'm gonna let her go and answer the question, and
Okay,
then
come
I'm
on,
gonna
Miss
see.
Angel.
Yeah,
I'm
Yes.
gonna
I'm finna
start
go.
out with the working in your home because I started out working in my home.
Okay.
I started out working in my home. I was in my home for years. Yes. I wanted to be in the office space because I wanted to have free realm of in my home, like she said, people will come in and act like because you're working out your home, it's not a real office. I'm sorry. You're getting the same service here that you're gonna get if you go to name place
Mm-hmm.
and name place.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get the same service. Actually, you're gonna get better service because it's personal.
Yes.
We actually
Yes.
personalize our service because we're dealing directly with you and your issues,
Yes.
not putting you there in a box saying, well, all 50 of these people are the same.
Yes.
So that's the difference. And for people to talk about I'm paying your bills. No, you're paying your bill. You're paying for
Yes.
your service.
Yes.
And guess what? These beautiful pens, these beautiful cups, these beautiful keychains that you love so much that I give you as gifts, they're not free. They're not free. I have to pay for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
If I gave you an ink pen and you put it to the paper and it break, what sense did it make for me to hand it to you?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And you brought up some
So,
valid points, and
yeah.
a lot of people don't get that from our perspective. So Miss K, what is your perspective on it?
Well, I think that the people do have to understand that they are paying for a service, which includes our knowledge, our experience, and our training. And I want to touch back on Miss Angel. She said she worked from home. I work from home. I have a home office, but I have also had two brick and mortars, one in Ohio, one in Indiana. My clients still receive the same personalized service in those offices that they do virtually or if they come into my home. So that is correct. You're really not paying for where we at. You're paying for our experience, and
Definitely.
you're paying us to be sure that your financial situation when it comes to your taxes is done properly, and just correctly,
Mhm.
you know. So yeah,
And
I'll give I do, if you're a new
Mhm.
client, we do have discount services though. I
Mhm.
think we all do new client discount services, uh, free services. No, we're not free because we do have to pay for, I think a lot of people don't understand. We pay for our software. We
Mhm.
pay for
Yes.
Mhm.
marketing. We have admins that we have to pay, pay payroll, and we have to pay
Mhm.
ourselves too as well.
Mhm.
So you're not paying per se our home or bills like that. You're paying for
Paying
business,
for service.
for service. Just like when you go
Paying
get
for
your nails
service.
and
Yeah.
hair done, it's a service. It's
Mhm.
a
And,
service.
I'm glad you brought that up. I want to first let me acknowledge, hey Bonita, I love you. That's my big sister, y'all. But I want to acknowledge what you just said, Miss K, and I think you brought up a valid point that when you go get your nails done,
Mm-hmm.
you pay them people. And
Mm-hmm.
I know I've told both of you before in conversation, when you go to Mariano's, when you go to Jewel, when you go to Walmart, if that price says $9.99, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna pay $9.99 when you get to the counter. You're not gonna
Right.
say, "Can I get this for a discount?"
Right.
When you get your light bill in the mail and it says 108.15, you're not going to call the light company and say, hey, I don't have it, just keep my lights on. Absolutely not. You're going to come up with that 108.15. So why not treat us with the same respect as you do with everything else that's of importance?
I can
And
tell you why they feel they
I
don't
think it.
need to.
Okay, go ahead, Miss Angel, because I got
think
something to
that
say
they
too with
feel
that.
they don't need to because we're working out of our home or because of our brick and mortar being small. Like I had 2 brick and mortars at first. I only have the one now. People still seem to think that my prices should be cheaper. Well, I'm trying to figure out, like you said, if you want a free tax return, I suggest you go down to the IRS building. Because 9 times out of 10, their income is too high for a free tax return.
Absolutely. And if you
Because
have
guess what?
certain
They got a
forms and
Schedule
schedules,
D. They got a Schedule B because they got interest income. You know, they don't realize interest is income. And if you get an interest statement that has $500, $600, $700 on there, or even $1,200 or $1,500, or even $5,000, it might put you over the mark of a free tax return. And guess what? Now you got to pay for it.
Right.
Even if you go to the internet site where they say, "Oh, we'll get your return done for $19.95," but guess what?
It's not.
You're not gonna get your credits.
Right. Correct.
If
Correct.
you do not know what you're looking for and what you are doing, you are going to miss your credits.
Yes.
Right. And if you have more than certain forms, they won't do it for free. Thanks for joining, Mr. Scott. How are you, baby?
Yes.
But they seem to think that, well, if I go to some of the other companies or the other big box corporations, their prices are a lot different from yours. And I don't even have to pay a deposit. Well, guess what? It's more personable when you come to us. And then we don't just stop right there. If I prepare your tax return, and let's assume you get a letter 90 days later, and it's after April 15th. Yes. Taxes don't stop for me April 15th.
Correct.
That means you have to contact me for me to get that done for you.
Yes.
You have to. That's a part of my job.
Yes.
That comes with your tax return.
Yes.
If the issue was on my behalf, the integrity states that I must handle that without any additional charge. But if it falls on you, then you have to pay for that. And we get a lot of hitbacks from that. Well, why? And it's like, understanding from our point of view. Go ahead, Ms. Kay, what were you about to say?
I was going to say that brings you to accountability too.
Yes.
You know, if you're coming to me, just for an example, you forgot a form or you forgot somewhere, just something simple as forgetting where you worked another job or something. And one may need to amend your return where I don't know where you worked all year. I know this is up to you to make sure you are bringing me everything that I need to prepare an accurate return for you. If you miss something, and it does happen. If you forget, you miss, or you just leave it out because you don't want to file.
But you know what? And as experts, and I've seen both of you do it, I even do it, even with a new client that's coming in. I made it a requirement. You have to have an IRS ID Me account because I want to know what the IRS knows. Therefore, we're not blindsided. We got a comment. Jesse said 3 choices: good speed plus good service equal high price. Good service plus low price equal low speed. Low speed plus low price equal cheap price.
Cheap price.
See, so you pay for what you get. Now, for the gentleman who like, and I know y'all gonna laugh, I'm not up on fashion, but back in the day, Pelly was very, very known. So the gentleman, every gentleman you knew had a Pelly with alligators. They didn't try to ask for no price off.
No.
But when you come get your taxes done, it's like, oh man, that's too much. Why I ain't got the money. Why? You got a $2,000 coat on and you can't pay your taxes? Something that math ain't mathing with me.
The
Yes.
priorities.
Priorities. Yes.
And so, and I tell other people, and here's what I tell my clients that come in, new, old, recurring. Tax time come around the same time every year.
Yes.
It ain't changed.
Yes.
As long as I've been on this earth, it has not changed.
No.
And I'm double digits.
Yes.
Now, if you know for a fact, let's assume that I've done your tax return and your price is between $700 and $800. If you know that that's the amount of money that you typically spend, that means January of the new year, you need to start saving this money. So when you give me your documents in January, there's no reason for you to say, oh man, I ain't got it. Why is it so much?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. So and these are questions that were posed to me from clients. I take what they say because what they say means a lot to me.
Yes.
That helps us grow. Right. And instead of us having those suggestion boxes, no, call me. Tell me what it is, because now we're going to bring it to the forefront. So now I know that I ask for deposits. Do you ladies do deposits also when you're dealing with clients?
When I do tax resolution, yes, you have to pay a deposit for tax resolution. You do. I think it kind of depends. If you are a new client, I will ask for a deposit. If you have been coming to me for years, and the ones that have, they know, they may have a balance due or whatever. They know they pay out of pocket. So they may either say, well, Kamaria, can I give you such and such to start, and then I'll give you the rest, on this date. And that's okay with me for recurring clients or people that have been loyal to me. But for new clients, yes, they do. I will require a deposit, especially when I know that they will have a balance due.
What about you, Miss Angel?
Well, normally, if you have a balance due, you're just going to pay me cash. I'm not taking a credit card. I'm not taking a deposit. I'm not taking a check. You can't call the credit card company and say your card was stolen. I've been there and done that.
And this is what happens to us, though.
Because I don't really require a deposit like you all do. So if I know that you owe, and especially if you're a prior client and we've had a situation, I'm definitely not accepting anything but cash. If you're a new client, I still don't have a deposit that you have to do, but your return is not sent until I get paid.
Right.
It sits in the system. I'm not sending. I have a client right now. Ask for a payment plan. I was telling you about it earlier. She built a payment plan with the IRS. You're going to make that arrangement with the IRS. The payment plan you're making with me, once your payment plan is over, then I'll transmit your return. So I have her set up on an automatic receipt.
And
that's
that is something too. I forgot to mention that, Miss Angel. That is something.
QuickBooks. I now know how to set that receipt up.
Yes.
The date that she says she's gonna pay it, it goes out to her automatically.
Right, her invoice.
Now, if she don't pay it, and the next receipt come through, that's on her. But until I see something in my system that says, "Hey, she's already gave you this amount of money," nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
We got a question in the comments.
Okay.
So it says, can you touch on the importance of professionalism with home-based business? Oftentimes, it's common to see home-based businesses lack professionalism. That is so true. So which one of you ladies would like to take that one first?
You can go first, Cameron.
Well, what's the person's name in the comments? Because I can't see them.
I don't. You know what? I don't even.
Yeah, they didn't post their name.
Okay.
Right. It just says,
hello. But yes, we can touch on professionalism. It is extremely important as a home-based business we have to be extra professional. We have to be more professional because we do work from home. So it is extremely important. I'm looking around at my office now. I have a business line, a dedicated business line. An office phone, hardwired, okay, under my business name. I have my desk, I have my computer, I have my printer. And when I answer my phone, I answer it. I don't say hello. You answer it with your business name. But
right.
yes, we have to be more professional than the average. If you're going out in the streets, that's just like it comes with the territory. If you go into a business establishment that has a brick and mortar, you expect, a certain thing of professionalism. We have to go above and beyond with that. Um, I am very professional with my clients, now some that have been with me for all of these years, because we are in a relationship. Sometimes, we could get a little personal, on their end. But I can say that I think that my professionalism is top tier when it comes to me working with clients. And I think that all home-based businesses do need to go above and beyond, to show their clients that they are truly professional. They are they know, their this craft that we are doing, that we are very well educated in what we do and knowledgeable in what we do too as well. Um, Even if I'll go further ahead, I'll go back to like a hairstylist or a barber. They can work from home. They will set up their whole shop like a professional barber shop, and I think that that's great. I think that's great, when you do that. So I don't think that we are less professional, as some that work out in brick and mortar. I do not think.
I think we put overkill in being
We do
professional
we do.
because we work from home.
Yes, we have to
It becomes overkill.
yeah.
Like
We
even
have to
down to my
prove
dress
ourselves even
attire.
more. It
Yeah,
seems like
when
we
I
have
worked
to.
from home, I made sure that I laid out certain clothes. So
Yes.
if I knew what time, so that my clients that I know, because I only worked by appointments, I can get dressed
Mm-hmm.
and I can get myself ready. My office was like Shavana's is set up separately. I had a separate office space in my home,
Yes.
a whole nother bedroom. So it
Yes.
makes a difference to show your professionalism in any way applicable.
Right.
And then we, like I said, working from home, we actually go above and beyond the
We
call of
do.
duty
We do.
because we have to show that professionalism more so than we did at the office.
Yes.
And on top of that, you're inviting a person into your personal space.
Correct.
And so even though you may have a relationship nowadays, people are leery just of going into someone else's space.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have that sense of security.
Correct.
And if I trust you, it's that relationship as you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want you to feel safe, and I too want to feel safe with you.
Correct.
Now we have a comment in the
Okay.
and the comment says, as a landlord, this is from Jesse Scott. As a landlord, I am not showing a new unit unless you pay the application fee. You have to have some skin
in the game.
In the
right.
game, yes.
Yes.
And that's so true. That is so true. And I get it. I totally get it. I want to help people. I want to look out for people, especially our own people.
Yes.
Because the doors are being slammed, but it's our own people that are in turn slamming those doors back in our faces because of what it is that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So the next question that I have gotten from our lovely clients is,
we love you guys. We really do. And we appreciate you guys.
Thank you for joining in.
This is what we talk about.
We do love you and we appreciate you. We really do.
Yes. Y'all are our backbone.
Correct.
And not only that, you all teach us, because we may be searching and going through the Bible, which is the IRS website for us in taxes, while somebody else then told you 3 things. So before the news has even gotten to us, you guys have called or texted us and told us this. So now we have to do more extensive research. So we do love you.
Yes.
But this is what you all wanted to know. What do we talk about? And this is what we're bringing. One of the other things, I had a client come to me and say, Shavana, the IRS has levied my bank account.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, I know for a fact the IRS sends you letters. Did you
a ton of letters? A ton of letters
did you
before
move?
a levy. Yeah.
And it's like, no, I didn't move. Okay, so Did you get the letters? Yes. Here they all go right here. Well, why didn't you open the letters? I don't know. What I'm gonna open it for? I was gonna wait till I seen you. No. And then you want a miracle to happen in 15 minutes. Let's talk about client accountability. Let's talk about that. Hey, Auntie Johnny.
Yes, accountability. Oh my God.
Let's talk about client accountability. Being accountable for yourself and for your documents. Yes, I have the knowledge. Yes, I have the expertise. Yes, there's a chance that if that time has lapsed, there's certain measures that we have to go through to potentially get you that extra time. However, we wouldn't have to be doing all this had you opened your letter. Had you called me about the letter when you initially got the letter.
Right. Correct.
So let's talk about that.
Okay. I'm going to go back because I think that we are like, you have a relationship with your doctor, your psychiatrist, you have a relationship with your accountant. We are in a relationship. Okay. It's very intimate because we're dealing with your finances, and it's a very touchy subject too, as well. So, but you have to do your part. You come to me for my expertise. You come to me for my knowledge. You expect a certain level of service from me. Okay. I expect my clients to relay all pertinent information to me in order for me to solve, if they have an issue, to solve any issues or problems they may have. Now, you cannot receive a stack of letters from the IRS and not open them. And I'm not just talking about your clients, because I've had many that don't open it until I say, send me a picture.
Yes.
They haven't even opened it already. Like, send me a picture.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure that you're communicating with us too throughout the year. And if you get notices from the IRS, we do not know. You have to communicate with us if you have a debt out there. We do not know one's debts. We don't know who you owe. We don't know what you owe.
And you want this miracle.
Know your debts.
You want this miracle to happen. We got some comments. Let me chime in. We're not ignoring y'all. I love this. So Jesse said,
go ahead.
Jesse said, you have to be professional as well, because most home-based businesses work off of referrals. If a person is referring someone to you, that can backfire if it's bad service.
Correct. Thank you, Jesse. Absolutely.
Auntie Johnny said, God said his people perish from lack of knowledge. And she said, such good information. Keep up the good work. And thank you, Auntie Johnny. Thank you, Jesse.
Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny.
But so the thing with, this is what I tell any client that comes to me. Oh, no, new, old, recurring. Right. There's 5 people you don't like. Right. That's first. Those 5 people, we're going to start with your pastor.
That's right.
We're going to start with your priest.
Absolutely.
We're going to start with your lawyer.
Yep.
We're going to start with your doctor, your physician, and your accountant. Because collectively or uncollectively, they can help save you.
Correct.
So don't, you can't lie to me. You have to, our conversations, we're making love in our conversations because they're that intimate.
Correct.
Because I'm like the prosecution. I don't want to be blindsided by anything. I want to know everything. Right. Because if I know everything, I'm better equipped to help you.
Right. And that's why I said we don't know one's financial situation when they come to us. So you have to be very transparent and be honest and tell the truth so that we will know how to help you and how to move forward. If we do not have all the information, we cannot assist you properly.
And not only that, what about, and you brought that up, Miss K, send me a picture. How is it that you're communicating with your clients, whether it's text, email, fax, or mail, and you're waiting for a response and they say, well, I forgot to respond to the message. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? You're joking right now. You didn't get the email, but I told you I was going to send you an email and you didn't get it. Right. Why didn't you call me and say something?
I didn't get the email. Yes.
Right. Did you check your spam? You know what else I love? I love when clients think that they're the only ones.
Woo!
Okay? Because I'm going to
Come
tell you
on through here,
something.
girl.
Just like we had to deal with their IRS letters, we have to deal with our own IRS letters.
Yes.
And besides our own IRS letters and dealing with their IRS letters, we got our families, we have death, we have life, we have birth.
Yes. Yes.
Just the other day, I called Shavana. They were shooting out by my house.
Oh,
Bullet
no.
hole in my truck. I come out to go to work. Bullet hole. I'm so anal. I thought it was bird crap. I walked around my truck, got on in. I said, dang, I just cleaned my truck. Birds always crapping on my truck. I get to work and I walk past. I stop. I double look. I put my finger in there.
Oh,
I said, oh, they were shooting. Now my truck is in the shop. Now, although my truck is in the shop and I had to go get the estimate, I had to do this, I had to do that. Guess what? Still got to deal with them clients.
Yes.
Yes. Behind
Still
all
got to deal
that.
with them clients.
Yes.
I had one to call me the day that I was dropping off my truck. New client.
Yes.
Call. Got a letter from the IRS. Wanted some information. I give him some information. I tell him what time I'm going to be at the office. And he decides to tell me, well, because I told him, I said, I prefer you come tomorrow. Because his situation, I didn't want to walk into the office and walk into this because, you know, sometimes you can really kind of sense the kind of client that it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I could sense from him that he was going to be, because he had a letter from the IRS. The IRS told him, you need to go have this amended by a professional. Because he didn't know how to amend it. So now I already know, because you want me to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm telling you that I'm not in my office, but I'll be in at such and such a time. Well, can I come today? No. You cannot come today. You come tomorrow. That's a headache I didn't want to deal with that day. I'm already dealing with a headache. I got to deal with picking up another vehicle, Okay. I said to myself, now I gave the man the information, but I knew he was not going to show up the next day at 10 o'clock because the IRS told you to get it done professionally. He sat down and thought about it. Dang, I'm going to have to pay for this. Yeah, you got to pay for that amended return.
It's not free.
He asked me, did you have to pay? Yeah, you had to pay. I told him how much I charged for an amended return.
Yes.
He says, oh, okay. The okay let me know immediately. He don't want to pay that. So give him an appointment for tomorrow. He didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
And we get that. we get that backlash. I've actually had clients to contact me and say, well, the IRS said that I could get an amended return. Well, you can. I'm not telling you that you can't get it amended. However, you have to pay for it. But I paid for the return. Well, let's look at it like this. You go to McDonald's, you get your food, right? The food wasn't correct. So either they give you another order or you just don't have the food. But
and you bring back what you had.
You got to pay for it. And
right.
They look at me as like, oh, wow. Do I really have to pay for it? Absolutely. Let me acknowledge these people. I'm sorry. Hey, Denise. Hey, Abby K. Hey, Latrice. So now, and I'm glad you mentioned something about the clients giving us information.
Yes.
Doesn't that tie into organizational
skills? Yes, absolutely. Yes. Please. Again, you stated that tax time comes around the same time every year. Every year. So the business clients, you should be your P&L statements, your financial statements, everything should be together by December 31st. And if you do not have them together, we will do the bookkeeping for you too, for a fee as well. Okay. So
look, for a fee. That's where they get lost at.
Right. But if you the thing is, if you want to do it yourself, there are, that it's software out there where you could do it yourself or whatever. But please just have it to me in ample time. And by the end of the year, anyway, your book should be closed at the end of the year.
Right, because that leaves us time to account for anything that happens. Like I've told my clients, I've actually had a client come tell me, well, my extension is 6 months. You're absolutely right. And by law, you have the right to file out by September or October 15th.
Right.
I just won't be doing it on that day. So my cutoff day is 45 days prior. Because that leaves for any mistakes, that leaves for more questions, any additional documents. Let's talk about software issues. Let's talk about outages.
Yeah.
Life happens. So we have to account for that. So yes, you have that extension. You're at, and you can go to anyone you choose to go to that's going to do it after my time frame. But because I have integrity and my name stands for something, your work means a lot to me because I have to sign off on that tax return. Correct. I have to do my due diligence. And I'm not going to risk that for anyone.
Right.
Anyone. So I don't know if you guys have encountered that where I've had a client tell me this year, well, oh, Shavonna, I got some things going on. I'll be ready to give you my stuff in August. Okay, guess what? I'm not even working in August. Yo, that sounds like a you problem. Well, I had prom and stuff to go on. You knew last year that you had somebody going on prom this year. Why didn't you get all this stuff to
get all of your documents together prior?
Because it wasn't important to you.
Yeah,
it wasn't important to you.
Right.
But you want me to drop everything and make it of important. That's not using organizational or time management skills.
Time management skill. Well, you know, taxes isn't important until it is important. So, you know what I'm saying? That gets put on the back burner until it is important. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
So that gets put on the back burner a lot, but it's not fair. And we all do. We get a rush on April 15th. We get a rush the day before. We get a rush, you know, and we manage it professionally.
Yes. I love my walk-ins.
Right. We manage
the last day. I think this year, I told you, Shavonna, I had more walk-ins this year than I have had in years.
That's wonderful.
Even before COVID. Now this year I had so many walk-ins on the last day. I had only 3 appointments. So I made my day free for the whole day. I said, well, I got 3 appointments, but I had returns that I had to work on because everybody emailing fax.
Yes.
So I'm working, and every time I looked up, another person was sitting out there. And I have not had to use a sign-in sheet in ages.
Oh, wow.
I actually had to pull out the sign-in sheet and the extra chairs that I have in my office in the closet.
This year,
Miss Angel. Yeah, so I can have the chairs lined up so they can. I had people in the hall. I had people sitting in my receptionist area. I was like, all right, God, I asked for it.
Yes, we do ask for it. I did too. Yeah. But I wonder what this year was for because I wonder what this year was about. I don't know. I don't know. It was something different for me.
I'm feeling like because COVID is finally over, and that was like 23, like 23 when it really calmed down and started dissipating. So now this is 25, 24 people were like still kind of leery. This year's like, yeah, I'm going in, and they were coming in like swarming in. I need my taxes done. Can you please sign in and have a seat? Yeah, you know, and they looking. I had 2 people that asked me, how long do you think it's going to be? So I walked over there and I looked at the list. I said, you have X amount of people in front of you. I do not know what they have on their tax return, so I cannot give you a time frame. I said, but I guarantee you, you're going to be waiting at least another 2 hours because they had so many people in front of them. So they said, I'll leave and come back. I said, this is what happens when you leave. You lose your space because if someone else comes in and I call your name and you're not here, I cannot come back to your name and say, hey, you made it back 3 hours later.
Oh, now what I did.
Well, go ahead, Shavonna.
What I did, and again, this year was really different, but I try to get my clients, and I don't typically call my clients because they're not my clients. They're my family. Okay. They done been to my home office. We done broke bread together. Like, I know my clients intimately. When I talk to them, how's your spouse? How's the kids? How's the dog doing? How's everybody? How's the parrot doing? Did he make it? You know? So with that being said, like, what I do is I reach out to everybody no later than March 10th. If I don't got your documents, you're going on an extension. You're not going to give me a headache. You're not. Now, that last day you come in on the 15th because you want a miracle work, I tell you, I've been here since January. So that sounds like a you problem. But here's what I'm going to do for you. Yeah. I'm going to put you on an extension.
Yes.
And then we can talk tomorrow.
Yes.
At least Your extension is in and you are okay.
Yes.
Here's the caveat to that. If you know that you owe, you need to make a payment with this extension, or when we do the tax return, we're going to send that payment in. I get it. You don't have the money. Be ready for the interest and penalties. And I go over all of that with you. However, I want you to be at ease. So I care about what's on your tax return. We're not finna rush and get this done, especially if you're new. We're going to do an extension for you.
Yes.
And you're going to come back and talk to me this week because I'm going to set that appointment.
Right.
There's no reason for April 15th or March 15th to have us walking around here dead to the world.
Yes.
Because of so much last minute stuff. Right. And it's not necessary because, again, we are in a relationship with you all. We value you all. Right. Call us and talk to us. When we set up these appointments with you, we mean that. And that's because we're trying to get information. And I'll tell you something else that a client has told me. And Miss K, I know for a fact you have went through this. I don't know about you, Miss Angel. Well, Shavonna, I've been working with you all these years. I don't want to work with nobody new. I don't want to work with your staff. I just want to work with you and you only. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But here's what you can do. Because I'm selfish, right? And I tell them I have my own personal accountant. And my accountant is never in the United States. She's always out the country. However, when I set that appointment with her and I got that 3-hour appointment, that is my time.
Right.
Nothing and no one comes in between those 3 hours. And I'm just as happy with 12-pound cakes. I got everything out the way. I'm good until I got another question. Then I'll set another appointment. And clients, people, family, get in the habit of setting those appointments. Those appointments are so prudent. They are. If you want that one-on-one time, if you want me to be good at what I'm doing, I can't sit on the phone with you, ask you all these questions, prepare the tax return, and make sure it's accurate. I can't do that.
Right.
I need time to walk away and think about it. What is your perspective on that, Miss Angel?
I agree.
What about you, Miss K?
I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, I have a link that I send out. Here's the link to schedule the appointment. And just going back to this is all tying into being organized and accountability. Yes, a lot of my clients that came April 15th, I was happy that some just said, hit a quick text. Can you file an extension? I love it. Yes, of course, I can. Oh, I know I waited to the last day. Can you file me? If I have the time, then I will. But I wanted to go back to Miss Angel's comment she made when the person asked her, well, how long is going to be? You waited to the last day.
Because I've been here since January. Where you been?
You waited. So if you want it done today, however long it may be, you are going to, if you want it done today. If not, we can do an extension. And that's it. You know.
I have a question. Do you charge for your extensions?
I don't, because it's mainly the people that have been with me so long that need the extensions, Miss Angel. So they've been with me for years. So I'll throw an extension in for them.
I charge for my extensions.
I know a lot of people do, and that's
I don't charge much. I've heard some crazy pricing for extensions.
I have too. That
I don't charge much for extensions, and I tell people, my regular clients, I'll add that in as part of their bill and take that off. So they minus the amount they pay for extension. Newer clients, I don't do that for, especially since you decide to come in here at the last minute.
Right.
You're going to pay for this service. You're going to pay for this service.
And see, I don't charge for extensions because the extensions, I feel like they're helping me. I already have a log of who's on an extension, but now I can go back. Now I can set up this personal time with you to talk to you. If you're new, I'm not charging you for an extension because I know you either went to the website or somebody referred you. So now this is me and your time. It's not about $1 for me right now. I need your business because I want to get your finances straight. Now,
Correct.
there's nothing wrong with charging a fee. I particularly just don't
Right.
charge it for
Of
the
course.
extension.
Right.
Yes.
And I've noticed that like a lot of my extensions have went into new clients.
Oh yes.
They went into new
100%
clients.
of mine have. 100% of
Yes.
mine
So
have. Yes.
and then their referral base, as Jesse said, when people refer you, that's good business. Jesse Scott has referred me to so many people, and I'm just so appreciative to that, because the first thing they'll say is, well, Jesse said you can do this. Jesse said you can do that. Jesse told you I done worked miracles. Don't believe him. No, but I will help you. Hey, Pastor Porter. Pastor Porter has joined us, y'all. What's up, Pastor
Hello,
Porter?
Pastor Porter.
Y'all, that's my
I
pastor.
see him.
Tell Jesse, stop telling people what you do for him.
Yeah, Jesse, you can't give them your price.
No, it's not the price.
I'm just saying as a figure of speech.
You know when your clients love on you, because people come back, well, man, Jesse said you could do this. Jesse said you could do that.
They do.
And, you know, I find myself doing that when I talk about my IT guy. Like, my IT guy is nothing that he can't do in my mind. If I need him to build a boat, he can build a boat for me in an hour. I'm just saying, it's nothing that he can't do. And so that's how my clients feel about me, and yours feel about you all.
Yeah.
Because this is stuff that we talk about, so I know this.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you, ladies, have you all encountered where an individual says, I'd rather deal with the CPA or enroll agent. I don't want to deal with someone that does not have that title. Have either of you ever dealt with that?
Yes.
Go ahead, Miss Angel.
Miss Angel, you go ahead, go ahead, Miss Angel.
So this was before COVID.
Okay.
Young lady was referred to me by a young lady that I know that's an accountant.
Oh, okay.
She moved out of Chicago. She referred this young lady to me. She said she told the young lady she's not an accountant, but she knows what she's doing. The same faith you have in me, you can have in her, because the young lady didn't want to she didn't want to email everything to her. I want somebody I can actually go in and sit down with. Not a problem. So she comes in. She does not ask me, am I a CPA or an accountant? None of that. Okay. I complete everything. Then she asked me, am I a CPA or an accountant? No, I am not. She says, well, I prefer a CPA or an accountant. All right. You have a nice day. This is me giving her paperwork. All right. Thank you. Have a nice day. And handed her paperwork. So now she's standing there looking at me with and I said, is there something wrong? And she said, you just handed me my paperwork. I said, you said you wanted a CPA or an accountant. And I told you, thank you, have a nice day. I'm neither. So I got up and I opened the door for her. I need to help her out. Because I actually had people waiting on me. She leaves. She calls my friend. My friend lives in another state. Like I said, she called her and told her what happened. And the girl told her, you better carry your behind back up there. Where do you think you're going? She says she's right there with me. So mind you, when you leave my office, like I said, and I didn't say this, but I tell people, when you leave my office and I have given you all your paperwork back, I'm deleting you out my system. There's no way I can accidentally transmit your return. Your information is not going anywhere. In the event that you come back to my office and I got to input all of this, I'm charging you, because she didn't even need a CPA. I don't even know why she needed it. She bought a piece of house that she had not even rented out, did anything with, did some repairs, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's the only thing she had. And the house that she lives in. Now you want a CPA for this, but I did tell her, if I take all of it, when I give you your paperwork back, I delete you out my system. When you come back in, you're going to pay an additional $50 to what I was charging you at first. Because now I have to put everything back in again. She came back in about 2-3 days later. And I think she thought it was a joke. So
Yeah.
she said, "You remember me?" I said, "Of course I do. You so-and-so's friend. She referred you to me." She said, "Yeah, well, I talked to her and she told me to come back in here and I need to let you do the return." I said, "Okay, not a problem. Do you remember I told you it's going to be $50 additional because I deleted you out my system?" She said, "No, I didn't remember that." I said, "So what do you want to do?"
Pastor Porter said, "Good move, Miss Angel." And now I get
I think
backlash. I
some
do
people
get
get, if
backlash
they
with
get
that.
stuck on titles, you know,
That's
they
what
get
it
stuck
is.
on titles.
That's what it is. And she didn't even need a person with a title.
Right. What,
But
if
even
you
if
said
she
what she
did,
had,
being
yeah, you,
stuck on titles is so crazy
yes,
because just because you have the title does not mean you're actually
you
good at your
have the
job.
knowledge or the knowledge. You don't have
Yeah,
the,
that's what I
yeah,
said. You're not really good at your job. You
right.
might be a CPA, but you might be a crappy CPA.
Crappy. Right. I've
And
had CPAs send people to me,
yes, yes.
you know,
Because they
so
don't know
because
taxes
they
and they don't
don't
want to
know.
deal with that.
Yes.
But you know, it goes further and beyond taxes
Yes.
because again, we do so much under this financial umbrella. As we start to have those conversations, those open up other areas and
Yeah.
things that you may be
Yep.
dealing with and you may need help with, far
Mm-hmm.
as starting a business, far as
Budgeting.
already having a business and knowing the type of business that you already have.
Yes.
Because if you
Mm-hmm.
come to me and say you have a business and you don't know the type of business you have, that's a problem for me. You
That
have
means
not
that,
been
right.
educated. No
That
one
means
has
to,
sat down and talked to you. That's a problem.
or formed your business properly for
That's
you.
a problem for
You
me.
get a,
I was
you
just
can't
getting
just
ready,
get an
to say, you know,
EIN.
I'm dealing with one right now that thought he formed his business a particular
Mm-mm.
way. I did all the questions from A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing he said was correct.
No.
So now we're dealing with trying to get this business to be able to be filed out on an 1120.
Mm.
So
And
I had to do certain
oh,
paperwork for him.
Yeah,
yes.
There's a second part. We're waiting for another form to come in. He has not received that form. And the IRS did send him a letter and he forwarded it to me. And it said, once we receive this second form as an approval, I can actually
Okay.
go back in and retransmit the prior
Okay.
year tax returns and they will accept them.
Yeah, that was new to me when you said that. So that's a
Yeah,
good thing.
I did
Yeah.
not know that, but that was
Yeah.
the letter that he got. And then I said, okay, fine. But he never received the other letter. So at this point, it's all my fault. Yeah. Right now, the client has blamed me for that. And then
we get blamed for everything. If they
we
have
do.
a balance
We
due,
do.
it's
And
our
then I'm
fault.
being blamed for something else on his personal tax return of an amount that he gave me that's not being accepted by the IRS. But it's my fault. Because
Okay.
guess what? I should have an insurance that covers what he lied to me about.
You should. You should.
Okay.
And you should.
But
Yeah.
errors and omission only covers so much.
I know. I know.
Yes.
And
And
that's where
see
his
here,
mistake come in. You got a large balance due because of your stuff that you gave me, and you
Correct.
think I'm finna cover it, and you think my errors on omission is gonna say, oh, that's a $45,000 mistake. We're gonna pay it.
No.
and see,
No.
this is why we need to hold our clients accountable for their actions. This is why that My Tax Illinois account it works. If you're in Indiana, I think it's in.gov
Yeah.
for their state account. This is why you need that account with IRS ID me, because
Correct.
again, if I'm going to take over your case, because anytime you come to me, this is a case.
Yeah.
I
It
need
is.
my ammunition, because when I go talk to the federal and state entities on your behalf, I need to have been done all my homework, which
Mhm.
means I need to know just as much as they know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, we're not gonna win this battle.
Yes.
And I'm going in this battle trying to win it.
Yes.
But you have to help me win it for
You
you.
have to help me. That
And
means you
10
have
what
to.
times
what
out of
I
10, they help so little because if you ask them, have you created your ID Me account? No, I haven't. Well, would you please go in there and create an ID Me account? You walk them through how to do it. I said, now, any letters that you see in there, please read them.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And then
they're
they
not.
come back. And it's like, I don't even remember ever receiving these. I said, okay, for the rest of your life, this is where you find any letter that they give you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instead of telling me what you didn't get in the mail, check in here periodically.
Yeah. Just
Check in
log
here
in,
period.
just every quarter. Just
You know.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
because
look and
they
see what's
will
going
notify you.
on. Just look. Just
Yeah.
please see, and please
And I
open
swear
your
they'll
mail.
put it off on us like it was all our fault.
Yeah.
And but you know, I tell them, and I tell each of my clients, I tell them all the time, hey, Aunt Tootie, I tell them all the time, it's okay to be nosy about you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes, it
It's
is.
so okay to be nosy.
Mm-hmm.
Ask. It is okay, because if you're not nosy about you, how can I help you when I don't
Yep.
know?
Yep.
Mhm.
You can't just tell me, well, oh, Shavonna, I don't know. Oh, Shavonna, I don't know.
And if you don't know, then how am I supposed to know?
You got to help me somewhere. You
Mhm.
have to meet me in the middle. Now, I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
asking you to do everything. I don't want you to do everything, but
Yeah.
help me with the basics, far as like the intake forms we give out. Fill it out.
Yes.
Don't give me half
Completely.
information.
Completely. And if you have a question about it, just ask.
Mm-hmm.
But fill it out.
So we'll know. So we'll
Yeah.
know how to assist you. Look, we get up every day and we come to work, and we come to work because this is something that we enjoy doing.
Mhm.
We have a passion for
Mhm.
this. We have a passion
Definitely.
to help you with your finances.
Yeah.
So you're not just a dollar to us. You're
Mhm.
not just a number to us. As a matter of fact, the year 1, 22, in April, my staff actually came here to work with me.
Mhm.
My staff has been knowing me 15 plus years.
Right.
And
Mhm.
when we shut down, because we started at 5 that morning and we shut down at 2 a.m. the next morning, because we're covering all time zones, right? And my staff told me, Shavonna, if I didn't know you personally, I would have thought each one of them was your family member,
Mhm.
because you know too much about them. Why is
Mhm.
it that you know so much about them? Because I
Because
care about them. We have a
right,
comment.
we care.
Yeah,
And
we
it's a
do.
personal, it's a
I was just
personal
gonna say it's a personal
relationship.
relationship.
It's a
It is.
personal relationship.
It is.
We have a
I mean,
comment.
sometimes some of mine may overshare. I'm like, hey, you still, hey, this is still business. But that's how comfortable they are, in speaking with me, and they do, and I love giving them tips. I love talking to them about, starting to budget, and savings, and, maybe starting a business and things like that, for an additional stream of income. I love, talking to them about that. They don't all listen, but some have. Right?
We got 2 comments. Pastor Elder Cool Reverend Porter said, Shavonna, please read this. Shavonna has been my tax accountant for my ministry and my personal finances, and I highly, highly recommend Anointed Accounting. She's professional and is not looking to get over on anyone. Sugar, that's Auntie. That's who
Yeah.
make all the gifts and stuff.
Oh,
I
okay.
missed some IRS.me.
ID me. She
Yeah,
actually didn't put IV.
ID me. So what we're saying about your ID me account is to set up that account, because if you set up that IRS ID.me account, what that does is that tells us what the IRS has on you, far as any documents that's been sent in on you, whether it's been a W-2 or a 1099 from anywhere. That lets us know what they have. If a tax return has been filed on you, we're able to see that. If there's checks that have been sent out to you or payments that you've tried to make, we're able to see that. So if we're not able to see that, we can't help you. So we get on the phone, and I don't know about you all, but I get on the IRS call with my people, because I don't want to tell you what to tell them and you come back and the answer ain't been resolved. So we hold on 4 hours, we get hung up on in the midst, but now we got an IRS agent on the phone. I don't have anything to battle what they're saying, because you don't have any information. I don't ever want to do that. When I go to these federal and state entities, I need to have my ammunition right there.
Correct.
Because this is what we're challenging. And if we're not challenging anything and we're asking for any type of reconsiderations, we need to be on point.
Yes.
So that's why we need access to that account. We're being nosier than you, because now we have to dig deeper into the financial situation to get you out of that situation so you can sleep comfortably at night.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like the ID Me accounts too, because now I can send my authorizations to their account. They can approve it, and I can get on that phone with the IRS anytime that I need to
Yeah.
discuss my client's
Yeah.
account, too.
Yeah.
So that's why we need it. We need to see your transcripts, like you said. We need to see all of that information,
Mhm.
And it's important for us to see it. And again, though, keep in mind those 5 people you want to be so intimate with. And I'm not knocking your best friends or your family, but in situations, there's 5 people you don't lie to: your pastor, your priest, your attorney, your doctor/physician, and your accountant. Because
Correct.
we got to work together to help you.
Right.
We have to. We don't want to be blindsided. And we need this information because that just helps us with your situation.
Correct.
So,
Yes.
Miss K, when we were talking the other day, we were talking about just our companies in general and growth, and it's something that you said that stuck out to me that I want you to elaborate on, as us being small business minority women that's in this industry. You spoke about peace within your company. Let's talk about that. Tell me what that means.
Well, that means, and I know that we need it. I'm just going to just say it like that. We do need peace. Are we going to receive it all the time? No, there may be a little ruffling of feathers, but if we work together, it's all about working together. It's all about communication. It's all about, making sure that if we say, fill out this paperwork, you fill it out and get it back to me. Let's make all of this smooth, easy, peaceful. Because when it's chaotic, then everything is turned upside down. We are individual owners of these business. So everything sometimes can affect, our business can affect our personal lives. Our personal lives can affect our business. That's why we have to have peace in both, too. And we have to have a clear head. We're dealing with people's finances, their money. We need a clear head. We need communication. Miss Angel is on mute too. Let her know. We need
You on mute, Miss Angel. Unmute.
okay.
Their
We
livelihood.
need to communicate clearly. We don't. We need to have boundaries. Peacefulness. Please do not call me at 3 a.m. You're disturbing my
call
peace.
you just not gonna answer because
I'm not, because it's on D&D. You're correct. Right about that. But I'm saying, but that's like crossing the line. But what if I did not have it on my cell phone? And a lot of majority of my clients even though I try to guide them to the business line,
they don't want to use it. They don't want to use it.
They still have my personal phone number. So, but what if I didn't do that? And I hear the phone ringing. I have children. I'm jumping out. Oh, it's one of my children. You know what I'm saying? It's a client. Oh, the text going out. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, what's happened? What's wrong? You're interrupting my time that I may be asleep. I'm an early bird. I may be up at 3. I may not. But that's my time. But I get up. If I am up at 3, the first thing I'm doing is reading my word and meditate. People don't know that because I have to stay peaceful to deal with this thing we call life. I have to stay peaceful to deal with my spouse, my clients, so I have to get centered.
The changes within the IRS.
Changes within the IRS, the changes within this world with our new leader. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Of this world. We have to have, some type of peace and understanding of what this relationship is that we have with each other, us and our clients. That's what I want to say. It just makes everything smoother. And of course, I'm not naive to think it's going to be smooth all the time. No, it's not. But let's make it 90% smooth. And then we can deal with, a little bit of unsmoothness or, chaos. But the majority should be. And especially if we have our clients that have been coming to us for years, there should be a breeze. it should be a breeze every tax season. It should be a breeze when we file your personal and business returns. It should not be anything, else about this. We should just move on smoothly through this so everybody can be happy.
What about you, Miss Angel? What is your definition on peace within the company?
Get some prayer going. Peace be still. That's the best thing. Peace be still. Because when I walk out my office, the last thing that I do is tap my window and say, thank you, Jesus, for another blessed day at Angels Tax Services.
Correct.
So I'm going to get my peace. Yes. They're not ever going to steal my peace.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I might be a little cuckoo outside the box every now and then. But they're not going to steal my peace as clients. Yeah. There's always a family member that can push that button. I don't normally allow my clients to fester in my soul in that way. Because I deal with them on a whole different level. I have a separate phone number.
Yeah.
If I have a family member and they call me about taxes and it's in the middle of the night, I say, because I still work nights.
Oh, okay.
And I would tell them, I know darn well you're not calling me about no taxes on my personal phone. You lost your man, you had a brain fart or something? Oh, I just want to know. What you just said was what you want. I don't talk about taxes while I'm at my other job. This is not for me to come in here and you're going to call me and ask me about your tax return, keep me on the phone for 30 minutes.
Set up an appointment. Those are
boundaries. Yeah.
Family member or not.
Boundaries.
You need to call that business phone.
Call the business line. Boundaries.
Yes.
Boundaries.
During business hours.
That business hours. Boundaries.
Yep.
Business hours.
Yep. It has been said in my family.
About this.
They said in my family dinners all the time. They be like, don't be calling personal phone. She'll give you the business. I sure will. I would tell you about your stuff in the middle of the night. My family members would tell them at the dinners.
I am because when you're first starting off, you're trying to make sure it's successful, and you're going outside of the business hours for your clients, because you're trying to gain new business and things like that. But it should again, we both know, because we can't if a store closes at 10, that's what time they close. They not gonna come open it up for us because we out there like I need to get something out of Target. Can you open the door? No, we're closed. Okay,
like
we are closed.
We open tomorrow at 9
a.m. Come back. But we our
prices. Don't talk us down.
Right. We have families. We have other things too. So we have to. We do have to have a time that we can't just, talk with our clients or, deal with our clients all night. We have families. We have self-care. We have to do.
Do you see the passion about?
We have self-care.
When you talk about self-care, when I went on my 2-week vacation in May, I had a client that was calling me because I put my phone on do not disturb.
D&D. I love it. I love it.
I come back to the office and I turn the phone on. I got all these messages from him, and he's like, I've been dealing with you for years. I can't believe you just dropped the ball like this. So I called him. I said, Mr. So-and-so, why you leaving all them nasty messages on my machine like that?
Right, yes.
So he said, what do you mean? I say, you called several times and said, I dropped the ball and this, that, and the third and da-da-da-da. I said, do you know that I deserve a vacation just like you go on vacation with your family? I said, and anyway, if you were following me on Facebook, you would have seen the post of me in Mexico.
Yes.
Yes. But see, what I think is that
I was posting, so you would have known I'm not even nowhere near the office.
Correct.
I think when we have the relationships that we've established with our clients, and because our clients can be so selfish with us, like we're selfish with them, vacation doesn't matter because they have this urgency right now. So I think that's where that misconception of time boundary and management come in at. It's because I'm personal with you.
Yeah,
I know that. And that's what he said. After the end of the phone call, he said, "You know what, Miss Angel, I'm sorry. You right. You do deserve that." He said, "You done worked through everything. I've been through deaths with you, and you will still continue."
Yeah.
I said, "Thank you. Now moving forward, let's deal with your situation." It was real simple for me.
But sometimes them as clients, they don't understand that we too need to come away. We need
we need to
that's
breathe.
just like I told you. I tried to set up 4 appointments with some clients, and something kept coming up on their end. However, I received not just a text message but an email. Shavonna, I'll be calling you in August. Okay, you're going to get the voicemail because I'm not working in August. Not at all.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like a you problem. Because where were you at when I've been trying to call you since January through now?
Oh, wow.
Where were you at? I sent out emails and I got the proof. I believe in putting everything in black and white. Now, do I want to lose you as a client? Absolutely not. But I do want you to respect my time because I'm going to respect yours.
That's it. That's it. Respect one another's time. That's it. And we can all be peaceful and happy. Yeah.
And sugar, yes, please call me. We are going to be talking sometime in the near future about LLCs versus corporations. That's another one that I know all of us get, but we'll talk about that.
And
later.
I do perform business formation services too. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
we all
do.
Yeah, we do. We can form your business properly. Getting an EIN does not create an LLC. Okay,
it doesn't.
And it's so many misconceptions on that. So we're going to be doing a series on that. I know that is definitely in my list to do. When I tell you, I think I'm all caught up this year with topics. I think I'm all caught up. But now, here's something else that we talk about amongst each other as our lovely clients are listening. Well, this person did my tax return and I got this much. Why is it that when you do it, it's this much? So, Miss K, I'm going to let you take that one in a minute because the way your head just swiveled. What I want to say is there is a difference between an accountant and a person that does tax returns. Two totally different people. I just learned this year in April the 19th to be exact, when I had the beautiful Bam on my show. Okay. There is a difference between a hairstylist and a person that does your hair. It is a difference. Yeah. Because it's so much more that they have to dig into versus someone just doing hair out of their home. Now, I'm never stating that you doing hair, you can do it out the backyard if you want to. I don't have an issue with it. If you're good, you good. You're good. But there's a difference between the two. So my point of view on that is that tax time doesn't end for me April 15th. No, tax time for me is January 1 through December 31st. Yep. It doesn't stop. I have to stay abreast of on all the laws. I have to keep you abreast of on your Bill of Rights. I have to make sure the software that I'm using actually works and has all the schedules and forms. I have to know how to read your tax return from front to back. I have to sign your tax return. And what a lot of individuals don't know is that us as preparers, we have to have a P10 number that's like our social security number. So guess what? If I do something incorrectly, you have the right to report me to the federal and state entities, and you have my P10 number. So that's the difference in my opinion. When I perform any type of service for you, I'm going not just above and beyond, but now I'm going to explain it to you because you need to know what's going on under your social. You need to know why this is that. I don't just tell you to drop off your documents and give you a number and you walk away. No, that's not it. Because I'm asking for 2-year prior tax returns because I need to see what was done prior. And if the documents you have don't line up with that, we're definitely having another conversation. Because something is not adding up. Something is wrong. So we don't go through this merry-go-round circle again. We're going to get it all right. Yes. Now, the person that's just doing your taxes, Whatever you bring to them right there at that moment, fine, that's $150, $200. So yes, my price is going to be different because I'm doing a lot more. I have a lot more invested. As Miss Angel pointed out, she's getting ready to make this her primary source of income. This is my primary source of income.
Mine too.
Period.
This has been, yes.
And when it's slow and it's nothing coming in, I know my help comes from God.
Correct.
There you go, right there.
Get paid because of God. I know that. But ultimately, I still got to keep going. So when I take off that time, whether it's vacation or not, like now I'm taking off August and September. I got to go through this whole big bill that was passed.
Yes.
I need to know that
we
from
need
front
what's
to
going
back.
on. Yes.
Because you all are going to come to me with questions. And you're going to get mad when you call the Internal Revenue Service and they tell you they're unable to answer your question because they don't know.
Yeah.
So you're going to expect for me to know all of this information.
Right.
So allow me that time.
Right.
Allow me that. So that is my perspective on it. And I want you to give your feedback on that. Please tell me, am I looking at this the right way? Because we talk about this amongst each other.
Correct. You are absolutely looking at it the correct way. Like you were saying, the difference between an accountant and tax preparer. Okay, I do your taxes, but we put investments. We study. I test. People don't even know. I test every year.
Me too.
I test every year on the new laws. I have to study, test, and pass it. You know what I'm saying?
I just have to study because I'm grandfathered in.
So you hear that? So
when they first came out with the P10s, we did have to take exams. And then what happened was, what was it? Maybe it was around 2012. And I went to go in and I'm thinking I had the test and I got a letter that said, no, you're grandfathered in. You no longer. Anyone that had the P10s that started out, I forget what year, but I'm in that year.
That's what I was going to say, Miss Angel. You got 25 years in the game.
So
right.
When I get an email P10s in a certain amount of year, they were grandfathered in and they stopped us from having to take the exam. Nice. And I was like, okay, so now I just need to constantly read so that I can stay abreast because I'm not forced to take the exam, but I am forced by myself to stay abreast on what's going on.
Yes. And I get an email every August, the middle of August, from the company I go through to do my test. Your material is ready. Your material is ready. And guess what? A lot of people don't know. They send us all this material and make it available in August. We have to test and be done past our test by December 31st of the current year.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that although this is the information that they've given us to study, all that we didn't learn can go out the window. More changes
it can change. Yes.
It usually does. By the end of January, now that the Senate has met, everything that we had to test on is now voided out. That was only to pass the test. That's it.
And
they don't realize we have to try to put that on the back burner.
Why your refund not the same amount it was last year?
The laws change every year.
I got one better than that. How about when we got two people that say that I made the same thing that they made and I'm not getting as much back? So you got the people that's going to go to a professional.
Yes.
And you have the ones that are going to go to the kitchen.
Correct.
I call the kitchen an independent person that's actually doing the tax return under Tobro tax or something like that. And the client's name is on there as the preparer, not the preparer's name.
Yes.
Self-prepared.
There you go. It's self-prepared. So I have a set of twins. Years ago. Set of twins. Will come to me for years. They were referred to me by a large family that I take care of now. They've been taking care of for years. One twin decided to go someplace else. Because guess what? We going to Vegas this year. This is how she went. We're going to Vegas. And and this is how she's talking.
Yeah.
She comes in the office and she goes, Miss Angel, I think you did something wrong because my sister got X amount of dollars back. And we got this, we make the same amount of money. We got our stuff set up the same way. And We got the same amount of kids. I said,
Oh,
let me
wow.
stop you there with the children. Your sister has 2 children under 17.
Mm-hmm.
You have 1 child under 17, and this year, no, last year, the prior year, I said your sister turned 18. That's what you claim on your tax return. You're not getting the same credit for that 18-year-old that you were getting when she was under 17. So that's going to change.
Yeah.
And then she, they claim they do hair. And of course, I have no problem, but you're going to write it down and you're going to sign it.
Yes.
I want your name on there. If you don't have a business name, you're going to put your name, your social on the top of that paper, because I keep it for my file. Because when the IRS audits you, this is what she gave me. You're going to show me what you made each month. If you purchase supplies, you're going to give me that supply list. This is what's going on your return. You're going to give it to me.
Correct.
So she insists that I did something wrong. Because her sister was getting so much money back. And she trying to figure out how she going to get to Vegas with her sister so she not getting money. So she go to their friend, right? I'm like, all right, toodles, see ya. See you in a couple of years.
Right. Yes. Yes, that part. Yes.
So by the next year, one sister called me and go, Miss Angel, I got audited. What I'm supposed to do? Who did your tax return? Because I didn't do your return last year. You or your
Thank
sister.
you. Thank you.
My friend did it. I said, then go to your friend.
You got to go to your friend.
Take that letter to your friend. My friend ain't no tax preparer. How's she supposed to help me? I said, that's who you entrusted your information into. So I need you to go to your friend with your letter. If your friend cannot help you, then you can come to me. You will be charged for me to help you. Because I did not complete that return.
Yes.
So she go to her friend. Meanwhile, while she's going to her friend, her sister gets a letter. So her sister called me. I say, so y'all got the same person to do your return, and now you both got letters. I said, I'm going to tell you like I told your sister. Go contact your friend.
Yes.
The next week, the first sister called me. Miss Angel, I'm going to have to come sit down with you. I said, why you need to come sit down with me? Can I make an appointment? I don't want to talk about it. So they actually came in together. They had to pay back this money to the IRS.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, moving forward, I'm doing their return.
Yes.
The difference is they always use the bank product with me.
Okay.
I had to explain to them, because you had a balance due because I had to amend your return and you owe them money. We're not doing the bank product. You pay me cash.
You got to pay me up front.
You got to pay me cash. See, I learned the hard way accepting I learned the hard way accepting a credit card payment, because I had a loyal client that walked out of my office, called the credit card company and said their credit card was stolen and they used it at my place of business. Now, man, you should use a credit card every year with me. Ma'am, I called, I get a charge back for that.
Yes.
So I had to contact the credit card company, and I pulled out some old receipts. I said, no, babe, this is the same card she used last year, year before that. She used the same credit card for the last 5 years. They were like, oh, okay.
Nice.
So this is going through. You get your money.
Good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So now she calls me, and she says to me, Miss Angel, I'm sorry I had called them and told them that that the car was stolen. I said, it's okay, I got my money. She said, I know you did, but you don't know how bad that hurt me. I said, what hurt you? Because you had to spend your money to get your return done. You thought you were going to keep that money and your tax money, but I got paid. So the next year when she comes in, she calls me to make an appointment, and she says, hey, Miss Angel, this is so I want to make an appointment to come in and see you. I said, not ever again are you ever coming to my place of business.
Right.
I said, our business relationship is over.
Oh, it's over.
And she couldn't understand why. I said, honey, you tried to say your credit card was stolen, which was about to give me a charge back. I would have had to pay for that. I said, I'm not playing with you no more. Done.
And this is what we go through as business owners, as cash-based businesses. And I realized this year, as I talked with a lot of cash-based businesses, especially in the hair industry, sometimes they get played because people will try to give them fake money. The
Yeah.
Beautiful Bam talked
Oh,
about
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Blended with
Yeah,
Patience P talked about that.
yeah.
And it's like, I'm here helping you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
we do this for fun, but we
Mm-hmm.
also do it because this is our stream of income.
Mm-hmm.
So why take from us when you know that you're gonna need the help? And I'm glad you brought that up, Miss Angel, because
Yes, me too.
that brings us into the next conversation that we all have amongst each other. Is not only does the tax return look different, but
Mm.
why is it that this person got more than me? This person got more than me. And it says right here that I could get this. And so I first of all, I tell everybody reading is fundamental. One of my best friends, Lachey, always tell me, stop putting that in caps and stop telling people that because you offend people. But it's the truth. Reading with understanding is
With
fundamental.
understanding. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
It's fundamental. So, okay, I had a client to tell me, well, it say right here, look, Shavonna, that I could get so and so, so. I said, no, it says you can get up to. Look at those words, up to,
No, the
not the
words
whole
say
thing.
eligible for up
Eligible.
to. That's what the
Eligible for
wording
it.
says. You are, and I do point that out. I do just like this. This right
Eligible
here says you are eligible for
for
up
up
to.
to.
It does not say you automatically can come in here, throw this paper in my face, and I'm gonna get $2,500.
Because there are
Yes,
other factors involved in that. And
it
that's what we
is.
have to go over. So everyone is not eligible. And I'm glad you
Yeah,
pointed that out, Miss Angel,
yeah,
even
yeah,
for $1 of it.
yeah, yeah.
You may
Right.
not be even
But
eligible for $1 of it.
those are the operative words.
Yes,
Maybe
maybe.
eligible up to
Up
Yes,
to.
are operative words.
Up to,
yes.
and
Up
I
to.
tell and I tell people that I tell people, as a matter of fact, this month, as I stated at the beginning, I did my shows on those documents, the W-4s, the
Yes.
ILW-4s, the W-9s. I talked about it, and I went through that line by line. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what was so disturbing to my heart was that I overheard a conversation, and a young lady was talking, and she said, well, last year I got about 15,000 back. This year I didn't get as much, so I'm just gonna have another child. And I'm looking at her, but I don't want to go into professional mode because I'm out having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at her and I'm saying, are you serious? Did you know that the cutoff was 3 kids? Did you know that?
Probably not.
And
They don't.
and I said this on the show, if you're having children to get earned income credit, please stop.
Please stop.
Because you're gonna spend more on your child than what you're gonna get in that earned income credit if
Absolutely.
you're eligible to get it.
Right.
Correct.
And they're only allowing the youngest 3 are what you get credit
Get
for.
credit for it.
They
Correct.
don't understand.
Understand
You
that.
got
Yes.
15 kids. The youngest 3 are the only 3 that give you the credit.
Correct.
Yes. And you have the additional child tax credit. That's what boosted if you're eligible. And I
If
talked
you're
about all this.
eligible.
I
Mm-hmm.
talked about all this on my shows this month. But again, I'm bringing this back up because I know that when we do the tax returns, and I say this often, people don't ask enough questions for me. And not
Right.
only that, you only ask questions if there is a balance due. You
Yes.
never ask a question for
Or
real.
if it's lower than what you said,
What you got
maybe a
last year, what you
previous year or
expect from me.
something. Then
Right.
you ask questions. Yes.
And
Mhm.
why is that? Why don't you have enough love for yourself to know what's going on? I'm not asking
With
you
your
to be an expert.
finances. Yes.
I don't want you to be an expert. That's what you're paying me for. You
Mhm.
didn't go to school for that. I can't
Right.
tell you nothing about how to do hair. I didn't go to school for that. I went to school for math and lunch and to get out the house. I
Right.
succeeded out of 2. I
Right.
got out the house and lunch was pretty good. But in that sense, why don't you care about what's going on? And I realized that yes, they took it out of onboarding in companies how to go over your documents,
Mhm.
what the deficit is and how it could cause a deficit. They no longer have workshops that do this. Anointed Accounting offers all of these workshops. So when you go to another job, when you, even if you're on the same job and you got a bonus, you got an increase, you need to be scheduling an appointment with your accountant.
Yes.
Because they're going to be the ones to help you through this process. Because at the end of the year, if you have a deficit, you're cussing me out. And I get it. I'm right there. So yeah, I'm going to take it. But now let's fix the issue so it doesn't recur again next year.
Exactly.
But I can't fix the issue if you do not pick up the phone and make an appointment with me. You can't call me on a Tuesday and you upset. And then you're even more upset because I can't handle the issue because I'm not even working.
Right.
Schedule the appointment. Let's know what our social is attached to. I want to know. Like, if I can be nosy about what the man next door doing and who cooked this and who did that, why can't I be just as nosy about what information sits and is attached to my social security number? Why can't I be nosy? Because if I done worked all year and I still got to pay money back, I need to know why.
Right.
And if it's a way around that, how do
I need to do
it?
it? That's where the difference between a preparer and accountant too. We work all year round. We give you advice. We advise you on tax planning. We advise you on what to do so you don't have a big bill. You know, we advise you on this stuff. So, like
you know, the one of the funniest things to me is if you come to me to open your company and you say you want to be an LLC. Now, I've gotten you your tax identification number. We've already checked with the state before we get the tax identification number because we need to make sure the company is available.
Correct.
So you don't have to do a doing business as.
Right.
So now you do all of this. You take care of this. You're their enrolled agent. You're their agent now. Now they decide, okay, well, and you've explained this to them, but they go someplace else to get their tax return done. So I had a lady call me one day, and this was probably in 2020. Let me see, I had that office and opened that office in 2020. So this is in 2021 because she lived out by my Kankakee office. And I opened the business, got everything together for her. Tax time, she went someplace else and got her return done. So then she calls me and go, I pay, and this is her attitude. Hello, Miss Parker, I paid you to create my corporation and everything. And I just had my return done. And the lady said, I don't have a business.
What does your document say?
So I'm sitting on the phone just dumbfounded. I was so confused as she said this to me. I said, when we did everything, I emailed you everything. You had your receipt from which you paid me. You had the receipt that you paid the state, and your corporation is an LLC. You have everything. So she goes, yeah, but the preparer said, I don't have a business. I said, did they go on the state website to look up your company? And they can see that it's legit.
Right.
I don't know, but they said I don't have a business. Did you make income with your business? Yeah, I did. And the IRS sent me a letter because she's taking credit card payments.
Oh, okay.
It's an internet business.
Yes,
so she's taking credit card payments. So yes, the IRS has knowledge about your credit card
payments. They do. Yes, they do.
So now she goes, they're telling me that I need to put this income on here and I need to amend my tax return. I said, it's not a problem. I said, do you want me to amend it? She said, yeah. I told her how much it costs. She says, why am I paying you? I said, because I didn't prepare your return to begin with. Had I prepared your return to begin with, I would have asked you for the income from the business. I said, you went to somebody and you didn't even tell them that you had the income. Well, I told them I had a business. I say, and you just sat there and allowed them to tell you that it didn't exist?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting confused at. Yes. What? I'm like, what?
How could they tell you your business though? She's trying to tell me that I took her money and I did not create the business.
And that's why you have to be nosy about what is attached to you.
Yeah. So I walked her through how to look on the state website.
Okay.
And look her business up.
And
so she's on the phone and we Skyping and she goes, it's right here. I said, I know. And then she look at me and go, well, you still gonna charge? Yeah, I'm still gonna charge you to amend that return.
Yeah,
So then
because
she
we
go,
provided a service.
right. So then she go, well, I just go back to the other person. I said, not a problem. I said, but moving forward, don't ever let anyone tell you what does not exist when you know it exists.
Mm-hmm.
When you walked in the office, you should have automatically told that person that you have this business, and you should have had a spreadsheet ready for them.
Yes. Yes.
That should have been automatic.
Mm-hmm.
I said, when I create your business, I told you, you need to create a spreadsheet beginning today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Beginning today. Create your spreadsheet. You did tell me that. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I'm going to call you back. So she calls me back and say, I'm going to let that person amend the tax return because they said they won't charge me. I've never had to deal with that lady. Well, I take that back. When it was time when I got the letter to pay her fee the next year, I called her.
Okay.
And she say, I got to pay that every year?
Yes.
Did I not tell you that this is a yearly fee, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, you have to pay.
I said, I don't even understand people.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So, over the years, I've taken the time, because I sometimes following behind people, and I've taken the time to look her stuff up. It no longer exists. It's only been a couple of years. It no longer exists.
Yeah. And that's what brings me back to, again, I understand you want to help your friends or your family. Yeah. Especially if they are new and coming about. I get that. I totally get that. But if I need that professional work, don't get offended because I have this at risk and I need this taken care of. That's just like with my accountant. I have so much information to send her. It's an overload. I know it's an overload because it overloads me to put it together. Mm-hmm. But I'd rather for her to have more than enough information than not enough information. Yes. By the time I deliver all of my documents to her, there is no reason for her to come back with a question. To
call you and say, you're missing this.
Because it's there. I need this. I've covered it. And on top of that, I've made that appointment and I've talked to her. Right. So she's aware. And and that's what I think that's something else that we're trying to get our clients to do. Like, be aware, be in the moment. Again, I'm not asking you to be an expert. I just want you to help me help you. I'll be that miracle worker for you.
Be attentive to your own that you should be attentive to.
Yes, that's it. You have to, like you want me to
prepare a miracle, and I'll prepare that miracle. And I think I told one client, look, God tired of me coming to him, asking him for help because you keep coming to me every other Thursday. Like, I can't even go to him about my stuff now because I need help working your
You think you performing a miracle? She don't know you going to, hey, God.
God, can you help me with this?
Look, you know I need you again. It's her again, player.
and then another thing, when they do that, and I tell people, you have the right to spend your money with whomever you choose to.
Yes.
You do not have to come to Anointed County.
Yes.
But if you come here and you choose to leave and you come back, I'm going to treat you the same because you're still a customer. You're still family. But it's nothing free. You're going to have to pay. Because as my mom used to say, the grass ain't always as green on the other side as you think it is. It's not. This is our profession. We don't take this lightly. Like today, just for us to sit up here and come on here, we had to key point and bullet point all the important topics. Because if we talked about all the topics, this show would last till midnight tomorrow.
Yes.
So just us gathering this research and getting on each other's schedules, because we are in different time zones. This took work to do. But we want our clients to know. We want our clients to be educated. We want our clients to know, look, we have ethics, we have integrity, we have passion, we believe in what we're doing. But in order for you to get all the tiers that we have, show up.
Yeah.
Just show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we tell you something, and I'll be the first to admit, I'm very hard hit. You can't tell me that the sun's shining. I got to go see for myself, and I want to touch it. So I get it. But if we're telling you something to help with your finances, do understand we're telling you that for a reason.
Yeah.
If a client calls me on a Monday and I don't have an answer, give me 48 hours. I promise you, Miss Angel gonna have the answer.
Yeah,
if they don't have the answer, it ain't
because I will reach out in a minute.
I know y'all two have the answers. If y'all don't, it's not legit.
Yep.
It's not, and we do this, and we
do piggyback off on each other, and that's a good thing. Because people think that you're in the same business, you can't have anyone to piggyback off of. Bull crap.
Yep.
Bull crap.
Yeah, we go to each other, and we learn from each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need each other.
Yeah, it is a necessity. I'm gonna tell you, because I be sitting up here, and if I'm not bugging her, sorry to say, I got your information now. So if you get an email or a text, know that I mean, because I would do it in a heartbeat. She'd be talking about, girl, I'm downtown at the office. I said, okay. Now I got another person I can go right in on.
Because it's essential, and it helps us. Yeah. And like, again, I don't know everything. And you ladies have more skills in this. I'm just coming on board. You know, I'm just legit on paper as of 21, even though I had the knowledge. But I learn something new every time we get together and we talk about the tax stuff. We figure out things. We talk tax.
Yes.
We figure it out. We are the problem solvers, because guess what? They done downgraded and let go so many people in the federal and state entities. Y'all are gonna depend on us.
Yes.
Y'all are gonna lean on us. So we have to know this. You have to allow us that space and that time. Do we want to help you? Absolutely. Do we want you to have the best return on your investment? Absolutely. But you gotta work within our time frame. And my clients know, I don't care what time you call me. You could call me at 12 midnight and I may not answer, but I very well may be up at 2 in the morning working on your stuff. So if you get a text message at 4 in the morning, don't be alarmed. It's me. And I especially tell all my married couples that. Look, there's no disrespect, but this is what time I'm up working. And maybe God then came to me and gave me something that I didn't have. So now I got it. Yeah. I got the answer at 4. I'm sending you a text message.
Yeah.
I'm sending you an email.
And when I'm doing my returns like that, I try, but it don't always happen. I try to schedule that text to go out at 9 in the morning. But sometimes before I do it, I didn't hit sin.
Okay.
Like, wait, they got it.
No.
So I'm hitting sin.
Well, okay, we gotta.
You know, you text me at 2 in the morning. I say, you know what?
I
was trying to schedule it, but you got it. So
we gotta make sure we go over the scheduling too, because we don't want them texting us either.
I don't care if they text me.
Wait, I know, Shavonna, you like 24 hours, but me and Miss Angel like to put our stuff on D&D.
Girl,
so we
man,
need our
be
time.
down in my purse. Right. Now, when I turn it back on, your stuff gonna come through, and I'm gonna answer instantly. But my problem becomes I forget to turn my phone on sometime, and I'm sitting there like in the office the other day. I say my phone ain't on.
Miss Angel, you can schedule your D&Ds too.
That's what my daughter told me. Y'all know I'm trying to learn this technology thing.
Look, I ain't got the time. Send me a text message, because if I get up in the middle of the night and I decide to work, I'll do it. As a matter of fact, my best friend Lachey told me I had a project in October. I wanted to redo all my office files, clean out everything, and get all of my stuff together. How I preach to my clients to have
their stuff organized.
And Lachey teases me right now today. She tell me it took me 6 weeks to get 8 months of work done. And she's not lying. Because I was just that determined. It was just that important to me. And I use that same energy on our clients' information.
Yeah.
because I want to get it done for you. But I'm not finna send nothing in wrong, because if it's wrong, I have to fix it for free. Then I have to pay for it.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. The way my checking and savings account set up, it's gonna take 3 years to transfer the money and get it. 3 years.
Well, that comes back to them giving us all the information we need to, you know, if we're working on tax resolution or actual return, we have to do it accurately.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that comes
and we need the information from you to help us do this correctly.
Yeah.
You know.
Because the loopholes that we used to have,
we don't have them.
A lot of them are gone. And we had to learn by trial and error when the IRS audited somebody.
Yes.
Like, for instance, the education credit, at one point, we did not have to have a form.
You did not. You did not.
Okay. Right. So now I could go in there and say this was your first year of school, and this would be the first time you got some money back. I had a client like that. I started out doing a return, and when I did that, she cried because she said, I ain't never got no money back. And then I had to tell her how to set up her W-4s at work.
Yes. And we
did all to go
that.
And I did. I did that because,
forms.
like I told her, right now they're not asking for proof for education, but we don't know when they're going to start.
And they started.
And when they started doing that, I couldn't put the education on there anymore. But then it worked for her because now she has her W-4 set up so that she can still get a refund. And she had a condo. We used to be able to put the association fees on.
Yes. We used to be able to write off the 2106 for our educators. That's not there anymore. I'll give you a more current for the Schedule C. We used to be able to write off not just union dues, but we used to be able to write off entertainment. We can't write that off anymore.
Yep.
We can't. It's so just how we have to stay abreast up on this, and we want you to know this is why I do these shows, because the information is so powerful. Like Aunt Johnny said, the Bible said our people lack for lack of knowledge. I want you to know. So I get on here and I do these shows weekly, and I post them to the YouTube channel. Go back, because I'm sure some of the questions you have, I've answered those questions. And if I haven't answered them, give me a call. That's what it's there for. This information, if I don't get it off the IRS or any state entity website, I get it from Pendleton Quick Tax or Angels Tax Services, because I know the information is legit, because they know. You always have to have a plan A, B. But working with these ladies, they got a plan for a plan for a plan for plan A, B, and C. And we have to have that because it's so pertinent to us.
Yes.
And with that, I want us to talk about our last topic before we get up out of here. And again, I know we've been touching on it, but urgencies, people. Your urgencies are different from your preparer's urgencies.
Yeah.
They are so different. So different.
Yep.
And although and I'm speaking for me, although I want to be there for you 24 hours, 7 days a week, I just can't. You have to allow me that grace. If I've done my due diligence, allow me that grace. Now, if I have not done my due diligence, then you have all right to come to me and make this an urgency. But again, I'm going to tell you, I've been here since January. Where have you been? So, ladies, please give us, our audience, our listeners, your feedback on the urgencies, as I've provided some feedback. And after that, we're going to be closing out. So,
well, I just want to share just this year. I did a big move. I'm in sunny Arizona now.
Boo! Don't nobody like no heat. Congratulations, baby.
No, nobody like this heat in the summer, but the other months is perfect. Perfect weather. Okay. But for the change in environment, I'm gonna make this quick. I kept getting sick. I thought I was getting sick, but I really wasn't getting sick. It could have been allergies, the trees, or something. I thought I was really getting sick. A client told me to start taking Zyrtec, so I started that once a day. So I'm good now. But it was right in the beginning of tax season, and we all know when the PATH Act started, correct? I know you. Okay, we all know this has been the same thing every year, correct, for the PATH Act. So I was in my sick mode before I talked to my client, and my phone, I just didn't want to touch it for a couple of days. When I went to it, and I still wasn't feeling well, I said, let me look. I had over 100 text messages. Okay, from 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
The concern, I love you guys. Kamaria, are you okay? You weren't answering. Some, oh my God, why aren't you answering? I had people leave. Self-care. I'm sick. I can't talk or work right now. You know what I'm saying? So you're trying to rush me. The IRS hadn't even opened yet. And you're on the PATH Act as well. So why are you
Benita says
panicking?
she's getting ready to call you right now.
Who?
Benita.
She sure did.
Why are you panicking? Because I didn't respond. I spoiled my clients. But I'm sick. The ones that generally was like, Kamaria, are you okay? You're not responding. I appreciate that. But I got a couple, and I'm going to just say this, a couple other ones that I did not appreciate at all.
Yeah. And we have that right. We got feelings. Our feelings are real and valid.
So they got disengaged. So you got an email and a letter. You can no longer come back to me.
And we have that right to we have that right to refuse services. We have that right to send you that letter that we're no longer doing business with you. And I got to give it to Miss Angel. And it was so hard for me to do, but I tilt my hat to Miss Angel, because when I tell you, I have seen this lady fold up people documents and give them to them. And I thought
she says that all the time.
Yes. Right. She will fold up your documents like it's no more tomorrow and tell you have a good day. And whoa. And that's where I'm at with that.
But yeah, that's
where I'm at.
Their urgency.
That's part of that peace of mind.
At that moment, I was trying to.
That's part of that peace of mind.
Yeah,
you have to learn it. I'm a survivor of breast cancer. And
congratulations, Miss Angel. Yeah,
thank you, baby. When I was going through my breast cancer bout, I had clients that were calling me. They were calling me. I ran into one of my clients at the office, and she comes from a large family. My phone was ringing. They don't have my personal phone number, so they were burning up my business phone. I had turned my business phone off. I'm dealing with going to chemo.
Yes.
I'm tired. I got to deal with my family because my family had to know, and I'm trying to stay strong for them. My daughter had just finished college. So I had one client in particular. These were clients that came from the corporation that I worked for. Been doing their return for over 10 years. And I always make notes in my tax return. Our program, we can make notes in there. When you make your notes, the date that your notes are in there, you can't go in there and say you made them on another date.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yes. Correct.
So I love Intuit for that.
Yes.
My clients got audited, this particular set of clients. Some things that I have been warning them about over the years. They got audited for that.
As we do, Warren.
Sent me a certified letter. They're gonna sue me. We're going to court. Okay, whatever. Because I'm right now, I'm really dealing with chemo. So I read the letter, had to contact a lawyer. And when I contact my lawyer, I say, he said, I know you don't sound right, Angel. You don't sound right. I said, I don't feel good. I said, I'm dealing with breast cancer right now. So he said, well, I'm gonna call you as little as possible. So when it's time to go to court, we go to court. I took in the 5 prior year tax returns. I took in the last 3 years from the corporation where I met them at. All the notes. Because even at the corporation, I was putting notes in there.
Good.
Because none of the preparers in there knew how to go in and make the notes. That's one of the things I always found was how to do the notes. Because when you come in and you say thus and so, and you had to go to the year-round office, and they call me, I tell them, look at the notes. I got notes in there. And they go, nobody uses notes. I say, well, I do. Look at the notes. They were so surprised. I'm the only one in the district that was using the notes. So when I go to court with these people, with my lawyer, the judge, I thank God I had a good judge. He say, what program do you use? I told him what program I use. And he say, and you printed out your notes? I say, yeah. He said, well, I can tell you one thing about that program, because my wife used that same program. You can't change nothing in there, go in there, say you put it in there on a certain date. You only have to put a date in there. I looked at him, and I was just leaning over. He said, Miss Parker, have a seat, because I was just leaning. And he could see I wasn't feeling well. And that's when he asked me, he said, are you okay? I said, no. I said, I'm going through chemo right now for breast cancer. He said, well, you should have said something. You stay seated. He got through looking at this case. He say, well, I guess you need to know, you're going to pay this money. This is not her responsibility. She has it in her notes that she told you this. She has it in her notes what your response was to what she said to you. Yeah. And I don't type that fast, but I hear good. I'm typing while you talking. Yeah. I'm typing while you talking. Years go by. I was working part-time at Best Buy. Didn't the wife walk in? Hey, Miss Angel, how you doing? I say, hey, nice to see you. She said, you're still doing taxes? I say, yes, ma'am. She said, you're still working at your house? I say, no, ma'am, I actually have a location of brick and mortar now. Google me.
And you know what? It's
her husband said, I'm going to shut you down. But God said, no, he won't.
No, you're not. Yeah.
And you know, I'm glad you said, we got a comment on that, Miss Angel. First of all, Aunt Tootie says, congratulations, Miss Angel. Bonita says, that's my sister. Yeah, I love my sister.
Oh, okay.
It's sometimes God has to let you know who's good clients and who only thinks of themselves.
Yeah.
I bet when you release them, you got more of a blessing with new clients who appreciate
absolutely
and respect your work.
I'm sure. Yes.
I did.
And with that being said, y'all, I want to apologize for going over time. I know y'all know my time is we start and end on time, but I would like to thank my guests.
It's such a good talk. Yeah,
I had a good time.
First of all, ladies, I do want y'all to get y'all contact information because I've already told my clients, they already know y'all. If something ever happens to me, they know to call one of y'all. They already know that. So please give out y'all information and we are going to end. Oh, Bonita said, you look awesome, Miss Angel. I love the name. That's her grandbaby's name.
Oh, okay.
So yes, please, Miss Angel, give out your information, Miss K, and then we're gonna wrap it up. And I'll see my good people next week. Thank you.
All right. So you want me to tell it to you now? It's Angels Tax Services LLC. The phone number is 773-508-1506. The website is www.angels with an S, tax services with an S, LLC.com. And that's the same thing with the email address, ATSLLC@angelstaxservicesllc.com.
Yes,
Miss K.
Yes, Kamaria Pendleton. Okay, let's start. Website, www.pendletontaxservices.com. Phone number, 480-203-2580. Sale, business sale, okay, not personal. 708-722-0399. Email info@pendletontaxservices.com. And of course, I'm on Facebook at Pendleton Tax Services. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. Right?
I think we all are.
Y'all on everything.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you all came out and made this time. I'm glad we were able to acknowledge some of the topics that we talk about amongst each others when it comes to our clients and, you know, how we deliver and what we do with this information. So I'm glad y'all took the time to come out for that. If it's any responses that I missed, I will go back in the contact information and in the chat and respond to it. I do apologize, but thank you everyone for staying over an additional 5 minutes. You already know how to contact me on all social media platforms under Anointed Accounting. Telephone number is 312-837-7219. Website is www.anointaccounting.com. And again, Miss K, Miss Angel, I love y'all. I have so much respect for y'all. Thank y'all for coming on the
We
show.
love you too.
We love
Thank
you
you
too,
for
baby.
having us.
And
Big
I can't
love,
wait to call
yes.
y'all on the phone tomorrow.
And guys, we have to come back together. We have so much more information to discuss here. So you will be seeing all three of us.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Y'all heard them from their mouths. And this is the energy that we want to bring. Again, be nosy when it's about you.
Yes.
Take care of yourself. Check on yourself and check on somebody else. I love y'all. See y'all next Saturday, Lord's will.
Toodles.